Hello students, today I'll be explaining you the balance sheet for under ratio analysis. The same thing I have done in the last recorded video also, wherein the information will be given. You have to use the formula and calculate the ratios and the values and then prepare the balance sheet. Okay, so I'll go for the problem now. See, the problem goes like this. The following informations are given: gross profit 20% on sales, shareholders equity 50,000, credit sales to total sales 80%, total asset turnover ratio 3 times, stock turnover ratio 8 times, average collection period 360 days in a year 18 days, current ratio 1.6 is to 1, long term debt to equity 40%. Okay, now these information, first one by one we have to see the information and use the formula and find out the missing value. Now the first thing is gross profit is given 20%. We can use if the gross profit is given, it means we can calculate the cost of goods sold. Okay, let us calculate the cost of goods sold. See, gross profit is gross profit is 60,000 if it is 20% of sales. So cost of goods sold is of course 100 minus 20, 80% is the cost of goods sold. Okay, now sales, now what is the sales? If 20% is equal to 60,000, 100 how much? So cross multiply if you do, you will get 3 lakh as a sales. Okay, how it is? 60,000 is equal to 20%, 100 how much? 100% is a sales, so cross multiply you will get a 3 lakh. So cost of goods sold is sales minus gross profit, that is 3 lakh minus 60,000, 2 lakh 40,000. Credit sales to total sales. Now it is 80%. Okay, cost of goods sold. Now credit sale is they have given. See, credit sales to total sales is 80%. So credit sales you got, it is 2 lakh 40,000. Cash sales will be 3 lakh into 20%, that is 60,000. Next information given here is that is a direct shareholders equity 50,000. This we have done. Now total assets turnover 3 times. Total asset turnover ratio 3 times. Apply the formula: total sales divided by total assets. Cross multiply, you will get total assets. So it is 1 lakh rupees. Next information is stock turnover ratio 8 times. So stock turnover ratio 8 times means cost of goods sold divided by average stock. Cross multiply, you will get closing stock as 2 lakh 40,000 divided by 8, 30,000. Average collection period 360 days in a year, that is 18 days. So it is average debt collection period 18 days. So debtors turnover ratio is 360 divided by 18, it is 20 times. Okay, 20 times. Next is debtors turnover ratio, that is net credit sales. Debtors turnover ratio, net credit sales divided by average or closing debtors. So debtors turnover ratio is it is 20 times. So 2 lakh 40,000 divided by closing debtors, so it is 2 lakh 40 divided by 20. So closing debtors is 12,000. Long term debt to equity 40%. Long term debt to equity 40% means how much? 40%. So long term debt to equity 40%. So equity is 50,000. So debt is how much? 50,000 into 40%. You will get this. Okay, you will get this. Now we will move to the next point. This thing, how to compute total assets. Total asset is shareholders from debt equity liability, so you will get current liability. Current ratio is current assets divided by current liability, so cross multiply, you will get current assets 48,000. Now all the information write down. Fixed assets got it, stock, debtors, cash, all this you write here. Then and this is a closing balance. Okay, assets you got 48, out of that 30,000 stock, debtors you need, cash is the remaining balance, so total 48. Like shareholders equity, long term debt 20,000, current liability just now calculated 30,000, so total of both the side 1 lakh. Okay, so this is how you have to prepare the balance sheet. The thing is, information is given, you have to use a formula, calculate, and automatically one by one will be cleared, and then you can use that information for the preparation of balance sheet. Okay, Now we'll go for the next problem. Okay, next problem. What is the next problem? It is capital turnover ratio is given, fixed assets turnover, gross profit ratio, stock velocity, debtors velocity, creditors velocity, gross profit, reserves, closing stock, or 5,000 less than the opening stock. All these are given. Now we will use one by one and calculate the ratios. Now once the gross profit is given, is there gross profit ratio is given? Yes. So when you simplify this, now you will get one sales, you will get gross profit, you will get cost of goods sold. So same thing is done here. Same thing is done here. Gross profit ratio is 20%, gross profit is 50,000, cross multiply, you will get cost of goods sold. 2,50,000 into 80%, 2 lakh. Next is capital turnover ratio, that is net sales divided by capital employed. Cross multiply, you will get capital employed. So capital employed is 1,25,000. Fixed assets turnover ratio, fixed assets or sales divided by fixed assets, so cross multiply, you will get fixed assets at 62,500. Okay. What is the next information given? The next information given in the problem is debtors velocity, creditors velocity. Okay, then you have closing stock also. So we will move now. See here, creditors, creditors velocity 2.5 months, so turnover will be 48 times. Creditors turnover ratio is net credit purchase divided by average creditors, trade creditors or closing creditors. So you will get now how to find out this is, we want cost of goods sold. They've given opening stock and closing stock 5% less. So cost of goods sold if you take, then purchases you will get net purchases, then you will get the creditors. See here, net purchases you get 95,000, because to cost of goods sold, opening stock, closing stock, opening stock is less than 5% less than opening stock. So purchases you will get, so you bring this side, and 2 lakh this side, so this you will get 1,95,000. Now apply the formula, you will get the creditors as 40,655. Now we will prepare the trading account, because we have opening stock, purchases, gross profit, sales and closing stock. So all this information we will put. Then balance sheet, fixed assets, stock, debtors, cash is a balancing figure. Here share capital, out of that deduct the reserves and surplus, so remaining is share capital. Share capital is nothing but capital employed. Capital employed is 1,25,000, which includes reserves and share capital. So deduct reserves, you will get share capital, creditors you will get, then total both the side it will be same. Okay, so this is how you have to prepare the balance sheet with the information given. If you have any doubts, you can clarify. Thank you.